Minash-Shaitanir-Rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, students. Good morning to everyone. Once again, we are here on chemistry, class 10, chapter number 14, environmental chemistry, the atmosphere. Uh, as we finished that atmosphere and atmospheric layers, so today we have a new topic, that is environmental pollution and pollutants. What actually environmental pollution is and what pollutant is. As humanity grew towards the industrialization and new inventions, uh, uh, to ensure a high standard quality of life. So with the industrialization and new inventions, there is addition of new compounds into our natural environments, which it did not possess, um, means that are not the part of our natural environment ever before, um, and they were present in a very little quantities. So the addition of new compounds into natural environment causes direct and indirect threat to life on planets in different ways. So affecting natural functioning of our ecosystems, it affects the functions of ecosystems, the ecosystem in which we live. What pollution actually is, the that is called environmental pollution. The pollution and the process through which pollutants are coming in our environment is called pollution. What pollution is actually the entrance of um, unwanted materials, pollutants that comes in our natural environment, that is called pollution. Or we can define pollution as the process that spread contamination of contaminated materials in environment, in our natural environment, is called pollution. Pollutants, what actually pollutants are, all those substances that were not the part of our natural environment and that contaminate the earth environment, that life on earth is disturbed, are called pollutants. Anything, any material that uh, pollute, that contaminate, that disturb the life, that contaminate the environment in any way, that is called pollutants. Or we can define pollutants as those substances that pollute earth environment, that contaminate, that make dirty the earth environment, are known as pollutants. Categories of pollutants, we on the basis of the rule, we categorize the pollutants into major classes. Two types of pollutants are biodegradable pollutants and non-biodegradable pollutants. Biodegradable pollutants are those pollutants that can rapidly decompose, like such as sewage, that they can rapidly damaged and decomposed by natural processes, are called biodegradable pollutants. Like sewage, some gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbon sulfur dioxide, nitrogen, etc., they are called biodegradable pollutants. Non-biodegradable pollutants, which are impossible or difficult or very slow decomposition process they have, they are non-biodegradable. Those pollutants that do not decompose are decomposed slowly. Those pollutants that are not decomposed are decomposed slowly in natural environment by natural processes, they are called non-biodegradable process. They causes real danger to living on planets. because they are non-biodegradables. Once occurs non-biodegradables pollutants, it is impossible or difficult to remove it. It is their reason that they are dangerous, because they are difficult to remove or they are impossible. Example of non-biodegradable material pollutants are chlorofluorocarbons (CFCs) that we called, in which chlorine and fluorines are present. Dioxin pesticides, a type of pesticides, various types of plastic products that are non-biodegradable, are difficult to degrade it. Radioactive materials, such materials, they are involved, they contains radioactive active radiations, they are also non-biodegradable materials. Classification of pollution. Actually, pollution is classified into many categories on the basis of their types. Is air pollution, contamination of air, soil contamination, the contamination of soil, visual pollution, in which we can't visualize anything easily, water pollution, the contamination of water, noise pollution, when we have too much noise in our environment, that is called noise. uh, okay students, here we have another topic, air pollution. Air pollution is actually the contamination of air by pollutants like chemicals and particulates and some gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, hydrocarbons, fuel vapors, um, uh, mm, CFCs, etc. Such kind of chemicals and gases and particulates materials, when they contaminate here, when they make contamination in here, that is called air pollution. Air pollution is actually produced by these all the materials that made air contamination, they are produced by industries and vehicles. The trucks and the cars we drive on the roads, they produce such kind of materials that pollute the categories of air pollution. Air pollution is characterized and categorized on the basis on the rule of them in the air pollution into two major classes. We classify them: primary air pollutants and secondary air pollutants. Are primary air pollutants? Primary air pollutants are those which includes which include sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, hydrocarbons, dust, smoke, and ash, etc. These types of pollutants are called primary. Are those pollutants that do not produce pollution directly, but indirectly they pollute. Uh, primary air pollutants pollute the air directly, but secondary air pollutants, they pollute the air indirectly. Uh, um, how, like ground level ozone and smoke, they are indirectly they pollute the air, and they are very pollutants. We have many air pollutants. Their major pollutants are sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, particulate materials, chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, etc. There are many others air pollutants. Sulfur dioxide, what actually sulfur dioxide is? Sulfur dioxide is eliminated from burning of coal and oil containing sulfur. By the burning of the coal and oil that contains sulfur, so sulfur dioxide is eliminated. What it cause? It cause acid rain. The effect is acid rain of sulfur dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide, it is emitted from high temperature combustion. When we combust any materials on a very high temperature, then nitrogen dioxide will be eliminated, will be emitted. So it also causes acid rains. Carbon monoxide, it is actually produced by the incomplete combustion of gas, coal, or wood. By incomplete combustion they are produced, and its major source is vehicular exhaust, the exhaust which are fitted in the cars, in the vehicles. They actually produce carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide, it is released from the combustion process, from any combustion process. Carbon dioxide is produced from general combustion processes. This carbon dioxide is produced. It causes greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect, what is actually greenhouse effect is actually when the whole temperature of the earth is increases, that is called greenhouse effect. So carbon, by the increase, by the addition of carbon dioxide into the air, it causes green. Particulate materials, they are such materials, they are suspended particles that has a diameter of 2.5 to 100 micrometers. And they are particulates materials, like dust, smoke, and more poisonous lead, etc., which includes, which aid in the air and make air polluted. What are the causes of particulate materials? Is they can enter into the bronchi and lungs and nasal cavities. Uh, so they cause um, they causes they cause respiratory problems. Particulate materials can cause respiratory. Chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs. Chlorofluorocarbons are those compounds which is chlorine, fluorine, and carbons. So they are called chlorofluorocarbons. Such kind of compounds are organic compound that contains chlorine, fluorine elements, and they are emitted from spray paints, freon refrigerants, the gas which is present in our refrigerators, and DDT insecticides. It's a type of insecticide which is used to kill the insects. By the spray of these things, the chlorofluorocarbons are released, are emitted. What actually the effect is there? They affect the ozone layer. Okay, the chlorofluorocarbons affect the ozone layer, and then the greenhouse effect is increases. Radioactive pollutants are emitted actually from the nuclear explosion. When the nuclear explosion is done, then radioactive pollutants are released, or sometimes it released from the hospital usages. Some things we use in hospitals, like chemicals, that other things in the hospital usage, they also release radioactive pollutants. Ground level ozone, actually ozone layer is beneficial at upper atmosphere to our environment, but it is very dangerous, it is very poisonous for living beings on at ground level. So this produces by equipment that utilizes uh, high voltage of current, like photostat machines, etc. They produces ground level ozones, and you can detect, you can feel, you can smell this ground level ozone while standing near the photostat machines. It is poisonous to all living organisms. They comes actually from garbage and sewage and industrial processes. uh, the bad odors, anywhere you feel bad odors, bad smell, it means and there are some germs present, so it can cause disease, any disease. It's all about today's topic. Thank you, student.